All right, this is case D487835. Sean Colt.
Present.
Alyssa Plummer. Present. All right, y'all get the. Raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in first. Forgot you don't have attorneys.
People in the back can sit back. Do and each of you do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Did you two receive Sean's drug test?
Yes.
It is negative. Negative. Who paid for it? You fronted the money, Mom?
I fronted the money with
Fronted
the
the money?
promise that it'd be returned today.
Right.
She would be paying me today.
Right. It's negative. And it doesn't say tampered or shampoo. They know who screened for that stuff.
I spoke to a professional, and they said if they use shampoo 3, it cleans out all the chlorine, any impurities, and as long as they don't do it within 48 hours, then it will come out clean.
Okay, I'm not an expert. I appreciate what you said, but over the years, I get these reports where they say shampoo and stuff like that. But
All I know
he
is
provided hair. His head is bald, but he provided hair. He complied with the drug test.
Arm and leg hair.
Before he came,
Is that?
Arm and leg hair.
okay. So he
Ma'am,
did
you
come to my house with track marks. So I showed you those pictures.
I didn't see the pictures, or they were not legible. Do you actually have them with you?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Did you get to see them? Were they legible?
I did. Yeah, they're not legible, and it's untrue.
It's
But,
not true. I also have witnesses.
Okay, hang on. No bickering in the courtroom.
I got that from a video. I can show you.
All right, give me the time frame.
That was 11:02.
November 2nd, and we tested him when? 20 days later?
Correct.
And he had, it's kind of blurry.
That's because it would.
Looks like,
He showed up to my house. I told him if he doesn't have.
I can't make out track marks.
There aren't any.
Can I please? Okay. He came over to my house.
Show this to Dad.
I told him if he doesn't have track marks, then show me your arms. When he comes, if you'll look at the video, he's going like this. Didn't want to show me. He went like this, and he brought it back, and he brought it like this, and that's what the video will show you. I said, Sean, if you don't have track marks and you refuse to show me, then I'm not going to give you the baby. I said, I'm going to call the police, and you can show them. He ran away. He came here to the courtroom to get the order. When he came back to the house, I said, okay, I will bring the cops and you can show him the arms. He ran away again. He didn't come back for 2 weeks.
Since before all this new stuff happened again, has he had a DUI?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been disciplined at work for, have you ever been, Sean, have you ever been disciplined at work for being late, overslept?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been admitted to the hospital for any overdose or intoxication?
No, Your Honor.
Can we get a HIPAA,
so-
please?
When I was
He has
when I
been-
was 17,
Hang on.
when I was 17 and I caught my my drug case, I did stupidly try to eat the drugs and I was admitted to the hospital.
What
That
drugs
was
were
when I
they when you were 17?
I was 17, coke.
How old are you now?
I'm 29.
You have no prior drug charges other than 17 years old?
No, Your Honor.
And was that on juvenile court?
No, I was charged as an adult.
Okay. No drug history?
No, Your Honor.
No arrests?
No, Your Honor.
He was arrested for selling drugs
For-
to an undercover cop and went
At
to
seven,
prison.
at 17.
That's okay.
Pretty remote in
The
time.
records show that he's an adult.
Ma'am, we have a negative drug test.
And
And
Your
that's
Honor,
why I'm
far
asking
as-
for the assessment.
and Your Honor, I even complied with CPS. They're actually here today. I took a drug test for them as well.
Oh, is this DFS? CPS? Come on up. I didn't know. I thought you were just observers. I might have signed the order. Okay. Got an entourage here. Can I have your names for the record?
My name is Buki Broadness for DFS.
Oh boy, can you spell that?
D-U-K-K-I-E.
B as in boy.
E as in boy, U as in uniform. K as in
K-K-I.
kilo, K
Buki.
as in kilo, I as in India, E as in Edward.
B-U-K-I-E.
2 Ks.
Okay. Last name.
Broadness. B-R-O-A-D-N-A-X as in X-ray.
N-E-S. One S.
1 X. X.
Who
X
else
as in
is?
X-ray.
Who else is present in the
This is
courtroom?
my supervisor.
Supervisor. Name?
Olukemi, O-L-U,
Olu.
K-E-M-I.
K-E-M-I. I've seen your name in the records.
Yes.
And?
I'm the DA.
District Attorney, your appearance in Bar Number Council.
It's Payal Patel, P-A-Y-A-L, last name P-A-T-E-L. It's bar number 13214.
Okay.
Send me the email about this too.
Duly noted. Didn't know if DA was coming or not, but is there a subpoena from Dad?
No, I think what my understanding from Ms. Dorman was that there was an email, I think from your honors chamber, saying that you wanted some information as far as DFS goes and if somebody could appear.
Yeah, appearance, deuces take 'em with the records. Any new records? I usually order them. I get them.
Some records with her.
Yeah, okay. Mom, Dad, have a seat. And let me pull my emails and see what I got last. My inquiry was if there was anything new since, when was the last time I got CPS records? Well, those are the drug test results. How many pages of Unity notes do you have?
I have tons.
July 6th was the last time I got records sent. And this was by email on July 6th. It was dated June 27th. You should have that in your records. It is 78 pages, and the last referral was in June 2016. Anything since June 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
There is. Okay. The NIA would be great. Thank you, ma'am. Have you parents gotten your own copy? Because you can get your own copy.
I have not.
You have not? Okay.
It's still under investigation.
How about a verbal summary? Because instead of quicker than me reading this, but
When the report first came in, I think probably somebody called him that Alisa was standing in front of a moving car and leaving his 3-year-old son in the room all by himself until the dispatcher asked her to move. My first encounter with her was, okay, though she had some emotional problem when she was expressing herself to me, but I noticed some stuff in the household, like her sister was acting weird, and I asked, why are you looking so high? She said she was on a prescription. When we were discussing, another guy came in, which she told me is a body, and he came in for a cigarette, and he told the guy that CPS are here, but she was the one that said he came in for a cigarette. I don't know if she smoked or not. But after that, I think the Monday after that I was off. She left me, she called me, I didn't pick up. Then she left me text messages, which I have on my phone, saying if anything happened to our child, because the cops are here, ordering her to give the son back to Sean. And if anything happens to our son, it's going to be on the department. I called back and I asked her what's going on. And she explained everything to me. I was like, I can't just bomb into his house because he has a court order that says you guys are custody. The best you can do is call it in. Then with that order, I can go out. She did. And I went to his house. I left him a card. And I even do her the honor of calling her back saying I didn't see him at home. I've left him a card. And I'm going to wait for him to get back to me. She flipped. She said I should go to grandma's house. I can't go to grandma's house because that's not under my policy or my protocol. It was the same way I approached you. I'm going to approach him. I left you a card. You came back to get me, and we talked. So I'm going to wait for him under 24 hours to get back with me. She went all over, and I told her, I said, listen, I just came back. This is my second day after sick leave. I don't really have the strength to talk. I'm going to hang up. She called my supervisor. My supervisor told her the same thing. And I told her that it's a privilege if I had to tell you that I didn't meet him at home. I don't have any right to tell you what is going on with his case. Neither do I have any right to tell him what is going on with your own case. But one thing I realized about Miss Alisa is this. If things doesn't go out her way, it's a problem. She wants it certain way or no other way. I've asked her for a drug test. She wouldn't comply. She sent me different text messages saying he plays game with us and she's going to play the same game. But when I talked to him after we talked, he complied to the drug test and it came back negative to me.
you took a drug test also?
Another one for me.
And it
She
was
wouldn't.
unannounced visit almost?
Yes.
May I say something?
No, ma'am, wait, sit down. Okay, and you guys use Quest you moved over to Pharmatech, not Quest Diagnostics anymore.
So
Okay.
I
Was it hair or urine?
hair and urine.
Hair and urine. And Sean didn't know that you were coming that day to visit him.
Mm-mm.
I can prove this way.
Ma'am, wait.
And I contacted her for the 30 days child contact.
One copy, please.
She was holding me at ransom that until I tell her about his case before I could see the child. And they wouldn't allow me to see the child. I had to talk to Sean that let me know because I had to start with my supervisor. And she was like, you know what, wait until Sean has the child, then we can see the child. So I had to contact him and tell him that when you have the child, can you let me know so I can come see him because that's the policy. She would just go off, and that was my concern because when I first met her, I felt like she's reasonable, but if things doesn't go her way, she just go off the hook. And I'm thinking,
All right.
Now, can I say something?
Yes.
When she came to my house, I did not refuse a drug test. I told her that they're not going to keep cutting my hair off the top of my head. My sister can even tell you that I told her I'll pee in any cup you want me to. I am not going to allow you to continue to keep cutting my hair because over and over again between custody court, then him calling CPS on me over and over again, and jobs, I've had my hair cut 9 times. I'm going to lose all my hair if I keep having everybody cut my hair. Okay? I told her I would pee in any cup she wants me to. Did I not say that to you?
Don't address her, ma'am. Look at me.
I can show you all the text messages. She did tell him that she was coming on that Monday. I asked her to please go over there when he doesn't know. She said, I'm not going to do, we have different rules. And I said, so your rules don't mean that you can't go there without him knowing or anything like that?
I am not. Let me stop right there. I am not a courtroom to determine who's right and who's wrong on the policies and how they handle and do their job. And if you got to complain about the way they're doing their job, I am not the judge to hear that. I am here to deal with the safety, welfare, and best interests of the minor child. You reopened this case after you and Sean settled for joint physical custody, and your allegation, and I gave you an emergency court date, and it turns out there's no emergency, that he was slamming heroin. And I just find out today they made an unannounced visit to his house at possibly your request. Okay, he didn't know, and he complied and was fully cooperative and submitted to a drug test. Hair and negative. Hair and urine both negative. Hair goes back 90 days, urine goes back 72 hours. It was negative, and then you asked for a drug test in court. He prepays it, and he's negative in the hair and the urine. So I have 2 pieces of evidence that there is no drug use or pose any risk or danger to this child. Okay, so at this point, your motion, ma'am, is denied. Okay, it's denied. I see no basis for that. All right, what is this police report?
this was the police report of the allegation she made when she was showing, videoing Sean's arm. She gave me the number and I pulled it up, and the policeman said
Disturbance? Okay.
he didn't see anything about Sean knocking the phone off his hand. So I just got that as because that was part of the allegation she made.
No arrests were made. They couldn't determine
That's
who
because
was the
he ran
physical
away.
aggressor. Right?
They gave me a blue card and told me to file a TPO.
There was a video that showed that Dad didn't do anything to you. All right, I may issue a no contact order. If there's a behavior order, Sean, you got to file an appropriate motion. But I think I need to keep you two away from each other, and we'll do some type of exchanges where you two do not come into contact. Either Donna's house supervised exchanges, or we use a relative, like your mom and her mom.
His mom filed a TPO on me. I had to go to court for
I
that
need copies
yesterday.
of this as well. Thank you for the records. I'm done with DFS. Anything else? Anything from the DA? Thank you for providing the records, helpful information. Okay, and I will deal with these two here. This is a custody issue, not a DFS issue.
The DFS investigation hasn't officially been closed, but it will
Correct.
be closed.
As it's unsubstantiated, and actually that last referral since the July one is on mom alleged to be using prescription drugs or abusing prescription drugs, then no, that'll be unsubstantiated. Okay. All right, duly noted. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So, got to get back on track here. You reopen a case, it blows up again, cops are involved, And that's not a good thing for this child. Okay, one at a time. Let me go with mom first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm supposed to start a trial like 18 minutes ago, so be brief. Because as far as your motion, I'm denying it. There's no basis
What
to.
about the assessment?
I'm making findings on the record.
I have witnesses. He came to my house with track marks.
There's not a basis. A drug test, 2 drug tests, ma'am. There's not a basis to go forward with the motion.
He knew that the drug tests were going to happen. Okay. I'm asking that we do a child and custody assessment, and if this
Do you have
professional,
$10,000?
I have all the money that.
And what
he's in,
basis
I will
would I
pay
have
for it.
to do it?
Because I have 2 witnesses saying that he's leaving him alone with needles and drugs laying around, and he did come to my house with drugs. I'm going to pay for it. I want a professional to come in and
Okay.
look at everything.
Pause right there. You want to say something, sir?
Yeah, can we go back to, we put on hold last court hearing, the 9 days that she kept Preston away from me?
The compensatory.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for reminding me.
I would like to have 9 days of time back.
Yes,
as
9
well
days
as-
of compensatory time will be awarded to the father. No basis to withhold the child.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that $126 for the drug test?
Wait a minute.
I'm on a very strict budget.
$126. Are you paying her child support?
No,
There's no
no
child
one's
support?
paying child support. Remember, she was...
I can give you a judgment and you can collect it from her paycheck.
Can I?
You said last month for her to bring it today.
Oh,
She got
did you
paid.
bring the money? Yes, I did. But he's still accusing me of doing drugs. So I would ask.
For purposes of the last drug test, ma'am, you have to pay him back. So do you have
So
the
if he's going to
100?
continue to keep accusing me of doing drugs, can I use that to drug test? So I can prove to him that I'm not doing drugs.
No, I need that money.
Okay.
Okay.
So as far as the 9 days, okay, when he came to my house,
You will pay him back the $126 right now. As
$100.
okay. You have $100. You don't have the 126.
I have $100
Why you shorting him?
because he
Once-
doesn't have a car payment. I have a car payment. I make $800 a month. Okay, I have
Alright.
a car payment, rent, and
30 days to get
I'll
him
give you
the
another $26.
30 days to get him the other $26. Or be subject to contempt.
Okay. I did not hold the baby from him, okay? When he came to the house, I told him to show me his arms. If he didn't have track marks, then I would give him the baby. He refused to show me his arms. He gave me 22 seconds of video, which I was able to get those pictures so you can see
Yeah, but there was
that
no
he had
basis.
marks all over his arms.
There was no basis to hold the baby.
I didn't hold the baby. I told him, okay, if you don't have track marks, you can show the cops. He ran away. Instead of showing his arms to the cops and proving them and getting documentation from a
And
police
ma'am, that's
officer,
why you
he
opened
ran
up this
away.
case, got it before me. I didn't know he had been drug tested with CPS. They came in with the drug test.
And they
I
told him they were
made him
lying.
take another drug test. He voluntarily prepaid for that, and he passed 2 negative drug tests. Okay, and I get it. I understand. You know, sometimes you don't know what's going on, but I have 2 drug tests that says he's negative.
And I have 2 witnesses.
Okay.
Why would they lie to me? Why would they call me and lie to me and say these things to me?
I don't know the answer to that. All I know is I got 2 negative
And I
drug
can
tests.
prove it.
Okay. All right. The motion is denied.
So no assessment.
The 9 days that he had to wait will be compensated back to him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Why don't we just do the 9 days? Do you have the child right now?
So, yeah, I just picked him up. Oh, that's another thing. I just picked him up yesterday evening. The wording on what it's like right now is like if we're late, then we forfeit days or something like that. If I give her fair warning, like I'm going to be such and such late, like an hour, like plenty of time for her to not show up at the mall, I don't feel the
We're going to
wording.
change that anyway.
The
so-
wording of being able to forfeit a day, I think that should be taken out of the custody decree. We should just keep it set day. You know, she wants to do Monday evenings, I can do Monday evenings, that's fine. But, I mean, if
See, that's the problem. You guys don't trust each other, so they're strict downstairs. If you have to come 15 minutes early to drop off, and then the other parent comes 15 minutes later to pick up. If you're not there, then the other parent gets to pick the child back up, and you forfeit. So
I
they,
would be willing to do, like, her mom and me at the mall, that would be fine.
No,
Preston is still in daycare?
No, No, he's not taking care of me. I stay at home with him.
How old is he now?
He's 3.
He's 3, and you work during the day.
I'm waiting for this to end so I can start my job.
Okay, and will that job be Monday through Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys have week on, week off?
Yes.
Then you'll be at work. He has no reason to come near you, and he can send in, he can pick up the child from your babysitter. And what day do you exchange?
Mondays.
Yeah?
I would like to do it here because my son, if you look
No,
at
we can
talking
do it here.
parents, you can
If,
see every time I get him, he's bruised from head to toe. He comes with me
Okay.
to me with bruises all over
Ma'am,
him and
answer
burns.
is yes, request granted. We can just do it downstairs. They have video cameras. You don't have to pay $5 to drop off, $5 to pick up. If this gets more nasty and worse, you both will have to pay. $5 to drop off, $5 to pick up.
So it would be.
But it won't be.
would-
It'll be at the gate down here. We're open 24/7.
That's another
What
thing.
time on Mondays?
Monday.
I need it to be after 5.
Monday afternoons.
After 5 o'clock, we're open all day, all night.
Monday 6.
6 is
She has to go after work. She has to get home, go home, get the kid, and then do the exchange here.
6:30.
I'm trying to not make it as difficult for both of you, but I don't think you two are going to get into the parking lot. You're just going to pick up the child and then go. Give him a 3-minute head start and drive out. Don't give any reason to be accused of anything. If I trust you guys to do that, I'll let you do it downstairs, both of you. If I were you, I'd probably send the grandma.
Yeah, I
So you don't have to come into contact and get videoed or accused. But we have video downstairs.
So it'd be just downstairs in the lobby.
Mondays, what time, ma'am? I need, you can make it in time?
Where's Donna?
6:30?
Donna's house is just downstairs.
7, unless he sends you a text, I've got a flat tire, or the bus is
days
run.
late. Last
Okay.
Monday he was 8
Listen
and a half
up.
hours late.
Are you listening up? 6:30, okay? Unless he sends you a reasonable text, like I have a flat tire, I'm on my way, or the bus wasn't on time, okay? Or my driver can't make it. 7 o'clock, after 7 o'clock, you can go home and with the child, and he would forfeit. I'm leaving. Request is denied. The forfeit provision applies to her also. So we get people to take things seriously and be there on time for the child, because it's good for the child to be on schedule.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm begging you to please let's do the assessment.
So
I will pay for all of it.
What kind of assessment, ma'am?
she can't pay me.
What kind of
I
assessment?
did a drug and alcohol assessment in the beginning of this. It doesn't even have to be a child custody assessment. Please, I'm begging you. My son.
You don't even have the money for that.
Yes, I do.
And I don't know, I think he
Friends that
did
will
one
pay for it.
before.
I have friends that will pay for it.
Your Honor, I have no problems with drugs. You just saw 2 drug tests. Just,
He failed the drug test in here before and nothing was done to him. He failed for benzodiazepines and refused to show
Maybe,
proof.
like he might have passed the drug test, but if you had a video of him high or stumbling or slurring or something
And
like
then you
that,
can retract marks.
that hasn't been produced to me.
she doesn't have.
Right here. I have
And
burn marks
you
on
got to
my
be
son.
cautious, ma'am. You got to be cautious with CPS, DFS. You got to be cautious with them, because they're writing it in the records that you're just difficult to deal with. Difficult to deal
You know
with.
what? Before her, if she's the one and only first CPS worker, I had to file a complaint against her. I can show you. She called me 10 times over and over again, yelling at me because I told her how to do her job. So I filed a complaint against her. So the one and only person that has ever had an issue with me as far as CPS, now she's got a problem, and now I'm a bad mom.
I guess if you do file that complaint, that will be flushed out in the appropriate agency that handles that.
She had a
Yeah, and I'm
substantiated.
taking that
She had a
to the
subs-
news.
She had a substantiated case with CPS as well. She's
I
the
have
only one
a substantiated case because my
who's
brother
had CPS
hit
who
me.
had CPS involved.
Okay, we're not going to go there, Sean.
Because he keeps calling CPS on me. Every time Sean gets in trouble,
Do I have has it been high conflict still? Even after this, she dragged you back into court? Has she been harassing you in any way, or vice
Oh.
versa? Because you guys should only be,
TPO on me. I heard
Yeah, my
What
mom
do you-
doesn't want any contact
yesterday.
with her. My mom doesn't want any contact with her, and she's not.
And I don't want her kids
Because
not to
Alyssa
be
verbally
around.
abuses her and really acts psycho.
you know, when you go down and exchange a child, there is nothing to be said.
No, I don't.
And you're using Wizard or Talking Parents app?
Yes, that's why.
Talking parents.
Talking Parents?
And that's
And
another
also-
thing. She only on there like
Please
she
read
just
it.
rants and raves and talks about how she's going to expose you and how she's going to expose CPS.
If nobody's going to listen.
And really, honestly, I think you've been very fair to her. She's had.
I
I
got
would have held her in
supervised
contempt a
visitation
long
for
time
2 years
ago.
for something I didn't do.
Long time ago.
I even gave you polygraph tests.
Okay, we're pretty much done. We're going to do the exchanges Mondays, 6:30. Now, who has where's Preston now?
This is with me.
And your week just started on Monday?
It just started yesterday, right?
Weekends, I was thinking he should just do, but I don't want it to interfere with Christmas, so your makeup should happen after the Christmas holidays. You have your holiday plan to enforce, correct? So after the holidays, tell you what, so Preston gets to see both of you regularly. Instead of you having your 7 days, we'll take 1 day off for 9 weeks, so we won't you won't notice it too much.
Your
So-
Honor, I had to notice it.
Well, when,
I had
no,
to go
I
that
mean,
consecutive 9 days, and I don't feel like that.
it wasn't consecutive. Why was it 9 if you have a week?
Back for
It
2
was
weeks.
consecutive. It took me
You have week on, week off. Why would it be 9, not 7?
because that's when I was able to finally get a signature on the
You
custody.
want it consecutive?
Yes, Your Honor. I want it to be if we do.
I say just get it done and over with, and
Exactly.
after the holidays, when's your next Monday after the New Year's? You just keep the.
So it would be. So she has them Christmas. So it'd be.
You know what's going to happen is it's your week. You're taking her week, and then it's your week. So she'll go 3 weeks without seeing Preston.
It would be.
Can I please say something?
Or then it would be.
Monday is January
It would
2nd.
be Monday the 26th. It would be when my week starts.
December 26th.
Yeah, December the 26th.
It'll end on, but then you have the New Year's, which takes precedence, but then her week will be January 2nd, and then your week will be January 9th. And you pretty much, starting January 9th, I think you'd probably just end up the whole month.
January 9th. Okay.
I would just get it done and over with, and I'll knock 2 days off. So instead of 9 days, we'll make it just 7 days so it's clean.
I wouldn't have missed any time if
You will have the week, his regular week is January 9th, your week he'll take January 16th, his week he'll take again January 23rd, and then January 30th, back to the regular schedule, back to mom.
January 30th back to okay.
In the beginning of all of this, I took an alcohol.
When's his birthday? Not in January, is it?
No, it's in June.
Okay, those are my orders,
you, Your
and
Honor.
I'll have your dad, you want to volunteer to do the order? It takes time anyway. Can you do the order? You've done it before.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am? I'm half hour late on my trial.
I'm not done. If
Well,
you
technically,
read-
I'm done, so
If you read off of Talking Parents, you'll see that I have been begging him.
I'm sure it
to
is. I don't
fighting
know.
With me, I have also been seeing my son do some things that are highly inappropriate. So
Okay.
I have asked him to please cooperate with me so we can take him through counseling. I have already got him set up for it, but he needs to participate in it. I asked.
This
him
is
to
how it works,
participate.
Alyssa. You notify him, you tell him there's a good reason why. I have a doctor or a counselor, I want him checked out. If he doesn't respond to you or give you a good reason back why he would be against it, you can go ahead and take him for the
I
counseling.
already did that.
You
he
did it
wants
anyway.
commitment
My good
or
cause
more
is that she's
on-site.
unstable, and really, I can't really talk to her. I take care of Preston, and that's about as far
Your
as.
week is
I
your
caught
week,
him
her
the
week
other
is her
day
week.
slamming his penis in the toilet. That is not
Ma'am,
something that a
I'm out of
3-year-old
time.
does.
Okay, that's the order for today. If you have any other new issues, speak with an attorney before you file something, but there was no grounds to go forward with any drug issues with Dad. 2 negative drug tests.
Why is it a big deal for
Do you have
me
a-
to
do you have
take
a-
an alcohol
Can't argue
drug
anymore.
assessment when I was
We're
forced
done.
to do the same?
I've been very, very patient.
you,
That'll
Your
do
Honor.
the Case D 487835, you're Sean Colt, Alyssa Plummer. Okay, raise your right hand so I'll have you sworn in.
You and each of you just solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Okay, have a seat. New stuff has come up. Dad has filed a motion, claim mom was arrested. Mom file an opposition? Did you file an opposition? When were you served with the motion? So you're here today.
For contempt?
Sean's latest motion. It was filed on, there's a proof of service, January 10th, 2017. That's when you filed the motion, Sean?
That's when I filed the one for the contempt.
The motion for order to show cause?
Yeah, the motion for order.
That's what's on calendar
Yes, ma'am.
today.
And then there's one scheduled for next month that maybe we can hear today. That's the one where she's been arrested.
I haven't received that.
Okay, that's why. I knew there was a second motion floating out there. Okay, that was filed on, you have an extra copy today?
Unfortunately.
Why? You could serve her here today.
I can.
That's on you. Certificate of mailing. You popped it in the mail. 89030. You said apartment 154.
So when I went down there,
I'll come back in the mail then.
They used her last address, but before I sent it off, I changed it to 151. So it should be.
It's 151
Yeah.
on the envelope.
Yeah, no, that's what they said.
Well, it would have been in her mailbox. It was filed April 25th. No?
Yeah. It should be in my box.
You can get in, you check your mail every day.
Yeah, I had my mail yesterday.
25th should have been in her mailbox. And do you use tracking number?
I didn't certify that.
From now on, you guys should be using tracking numbers, because then, don't do the certified where they sign or pick up at the post office. You just use tracking number. You look it up, and then it says delivered in the mailbox.
I didn't know.
Yeah, in the future. Okay, that's not on for today unless there's some kind of an emergency.
She was arrested again for domestic violence battery.
No, it was not domestic violence.
And in that.
And he's been arrested 9
and in
times
that- and
in
in
the
that-
past 3 years.
Can I speak? And in that motion,
Stop talking. Stop fighting.
and that's what I was bringing to the attention of the court from, since that just happened on April 6th. And then on our last, the one that we're hearing today, the motion to show cause, you had given her 30 days to pay me that 126, and she took longer than 30 days. She did pay me,
Protest.
but she did pay me, but over the 30
She's
days.
paid up. That makes the contempt moot. She eventually paid it, right? Yeah. She makes a habit of it, then being always late or waiting till the last minute and forcing you to come to court on this. Is that the only issue why you come in here today on that drug test?
That was in January. They didn't give me a court date till May, so
Okay.
I don't know why it took so long. but
CPS
she got-
involved on the April 6th incident? All he wrote here is involved in another domestic violence, April 6th, wants supervised visits. Okay, you want to tell me a little bit about that, April 6th? Is that the date you got arrested again?
It's not a domestic violence. It's a battery. We did not live together. He was not my boyfriend. It's not domestic violence.
You didn't live together?
We did not live together. I was subletting his.
He's your boyfriend.
He was not my boyfriend. He's got a wife that just had a baby.
What are you doing getting arrested again?
I was told not to talk about it. I don't know. My attorney asked me not to talk about it, and
Yeah, you probably can't.
this charge is going to go away. He beat the crap out of me, and I was trying to help him.
Okay. Well, maybe you might not want to speak. When's your next court date?
I'm the 16th.
On
So
the
by the time
16th?
we come back, I'll be in court again. But
May 16th? What is it for? Is it a arraignment?
It's just,
You gonna-
I actually paid for an attorney. She's
Did you
gonna
make
show
a
me
plea
the
yet?
pictures.
Did you plead not guilty, or
I did. I played not guilty.
you already did? So the next one should be like a pre-trial?
Right.
Then they'll set it for trial.
Okay. And he's not even coming in as a
What's his name?
Brett.
Brett? All right. He doesn't come around the child?
I have no idea.
My person was not present, no.
I had gotten Preston hours before this incident happened, so thankfully he was with me.
Well, okay.
He was packed up and ready to move to Kansas.
Well, how do you know him?
He's the person that I've known him for about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's a friend. And I was trying to help him. It is a.
Is he on drugs?
No, he was served with a TPO earlier that day.
Are you on any kind of probation for prior criminal cases?
Am I on probation?
Yeah.
No.
Then you have nothing to do with this guy no more, right?
No, not at all.
What's his last name?
Wolf.
Wolf? I'm gonna order that this Brett Wolf don't come around the child.
He's
Okay, it's not gonna be a problem. Here's the 12-page motion.
over a month, and I'd like my month back, please.
All right,
He hasn't let me even talk to him on the phone.
Your motion's set for June 12th. I'd leave it on June 12th because she has a court date. And then there'll probably be a status check on the criminal case. One, it's not domestic violence, but two, it is a form of instability if she's getting arrested again. Three, I don't know what the outcome is if she's a victim, it was self-defense, or she was an aggressor as well and engaging in type of violence. So we have to find out more about that. And CPS didn't get involved?
No.
Okay. You want me to run a records check, or nobody talked to CPS?
I didn't call CPS.
It doesn't matter who called them, just want to know if they got involved.
Damn.
All right, I'll just do a quick check on that, make sure not for that incident. Okay. June 12th at 10:30, Mom, either get an attorney or file an opposition, and then we'll hear that
Can I get a copy of it?
right here. We serve you in open court. Next time, bring copies. Next time, do tracking number when you mail it. Okay.
Can I please have the month that he's not allowed me to talk?
Paid the drug test, 126, so 126. The contempt is moot. Okay. What's that?
He hasn't allowed me to talk to him for over a month. He hasn't, not even on the phone. And I would like that time
There's
back.
no, well, yeah, the question is, isn't there any basis to suspend her visitation? Who are you living with now?
I'm staying back at my mom's. I was subletting his apartment. That's
Are you-
why I was there. And I'm going to now go and get my own apartment.
Where are you going to get your mail?
I get my mail every day.
You still going to get your mail at Unit 150?
I've always had my mail there.
It says 154 on my computer.
It is 151.
151.
Yes.
Can you change that, Miss Clark? Or she should file a change of address. But it's just a one digit.
I never actually moved in with him.
All right.
I was going to sublet his apartment, and that's why I was there. He was getting ready to move to Kansas. He had his stuff
Yeah.
packed and everything.
I can't kind of jump the gun on that and find out if she's a violent one or
Well,
what
I mean, she's always had a story for every domestic violence that she's
hear that all,
been
yeah.
involved in. It's been a pattern of behavior, actually. And last
That
time,
involved the child. The child wasn't
Well,
present when it happened.
the child was not present that time. But like I
He
said,
hasn't abused the
it
child
happened
physically.
hours. He says she spanks.
I-
He says she spanks him.
CPS hasn't been involved with that.
You know, I chose not to get CPS involved because every time that they're involved, they say that we're in family court, and unless it's like really like his life is in danger, that they're going to let you handle it.
Too young to-
She called CPS on me just in the beginning of this year, saying that I was abusing my son sexually. They found that was untrue, that she was coaching him.
That's not true.
Yeah, I can subpoena that worker.
Please do.
I'll subpoena that worker. They closed that case out. All I'm saying is
You said you had gotten the child hours earlier, and then she got
hours
involved in
earlier,
this
and then she's involved in this incident. And what? There's no alcohol or drugs involved? I don't believe it. She's a victim
You
again.
don't know if
I don't
it's an
believe it.
actual boyfriend, which would make it domestic
Exactly.
violence.
No one knows
You can
anything.
look it up on there. It shows that it's battery.
She was going to sublet this
I
unit,
can't- I
and
don't
then
independently.
he beats her up. For what reason?
You look
Why?
up the criminal case online?
I tried to look it up, and I provided what I was able to find online. It said DV battery.
It says DV.
It said she was arrested for DV battery,
If it is DV,
and it's
then
at the exhibit 2 on my order, on my motion.
Where is your
if it is DV, none of you brought paperwork today, I have to err on the side of
On that,
caution.
do you not see it as exhibit 2?
May I speak?
Let me check, because I gave it to her. I see City of Las Vegas. Is it North Las Vegas or City of pretrial battery domestic violence? NRS 200.485 is domestic violence.
Can I show you the pictures of what he did to me?
I think you should get an attorney or come back to court on that,
have an
but I
attorney
have
for
to
that
err on the
if I
side of
don't- I
caution,
can't.
at least between now and June 12th, when we come back to court, and you need to file an opposition, and I don't know if you'll still be able to say much while your criminal case is pending. I have to err on the side of caution.
But can I say something? He's been arrested 4 times for
Okay.
battery, domestic violence, once for child
You have a
abuse,
history,
once for
ma'am.
DUIs, and so does he.
And you well, you will have to
And
get,
he's not got one time,
okay,
never
we're
slapped
not
a-
going down that road again. Okay, I'm erring on the side of caution, so for the next 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks, I have to err on the side of caution. Give Dad temporary, sole legal, primary supervised visits for Mom, and then she'll have to do the supervised visitation. Who did she used to supervise with?
Her mom.
Prove that?
I'm going for Donna's house this time. CPS was involved when her mom was supervising last time, remember? And what, a year ago?
Was she ever removed
And-
as a
and-
supervisor? I can't remember.
Well, what happened was, it was Thanksgiving, I believe it was last year, and she got into a fight with her brother. Preston was involved, CPS was involved, and that was a day that she was supposed to be having supervised visits, so.
I did approve the mom before, didn't I?
Right.
And there were no incidents when your mom was supervising.
That was, I just recounted that
Mom didn't
incident.
violate any supervisor rules.
She wasn't there
gonna be
when
on
that happened, though.
She's going to be on supervised visitation. No, her grandmother was approved before.
Right.
Did I remove her?
What I'm saying is that incident where CPS was involved, where she got into another incident,
Did you bring that
Grandma
up
was
to
supposed to
court?
be there.
Did you bring that up to court and I removed her as a supervisor? No.
We didn't remove her, but we talked about this. We had dialogue last time, and then,
It's just there to supervise.
but she wasn't there at the house when she got into a fight with her brother and caused caused Preston to get hit in the head, and then CPS was involved.
They unsubstantiated that.
Well, she shouldn't have been left alone with the child.
Right, her mom was supposed to be supervising, so
I wasn't left alone.
Don't remember that.
we talked
Because it's
about
not true.
Was it just hanging there and then things changed over time?
it. Well, shortly after we came to settlement, that was right about the time, like,
March 1st, 2014.
Yeah, I know it's a close call, but I never removed her as a supervisor. She hasn't violated the supervisor. Has she signed supervisor guidelines before?
no, ma'am.
I'll amend that today. I'll make her sign one if she's going to be your supervisor, and you can only do visits at, I guess, at her house. You have to be at Grandma's house. Okay? And what are your days off from work? And when's Grandma available?
Well, if I'm
Supervisor
gonna
guidelines.
get supervised visitations, can I please still have the same week on, week off, and my mom, I can put him into...
Not temporarily. It's not going to be a done deal, but not temporarily, no.
If I
It's
could
primary.
Will I get this taken off?
Talk to an attorney, have an attorney
I
here.
don't have money for an attorney.
Go downstairs and make an appointment at the Ask a Lawyer program. Tell them how to write your opposition. I can't give you legal advice. This is just a temporary order. What's your mom's name again?
Dorina Slater,
Can you spell it?
D-O-R-I-N-A.
D. Dorina? D-O-R-I-N-A. Slater? S-L-A-T-E-R? She's gonna, sign this. Okay, sign next to her name and file this in the court. If you don't file this, she'll be removed as supervisor or won't be approved.
I'll file it by the end of tomorrow.
In the next day or two, ASAP. It's got my signature already.
I work
Alright.
for Uber, so I could take the day off whenever I want.
Unfiled copy, one copy for Dad so he knows what the guidelines are. We're serving you a copy with the order. She's to abide by that order. In violation of it, she'll be ruled by supervisor and then be back in court. You'll be going to Donna's house.
If I can prove that I'm the victim, can I at least get my month back?
I can't give you legal advice. We're going to talk about it on June 12th. Temporary order, you get to see the kid. Days off again, or when?
I work for Uber. I can take any day I want.
Any day? Your days off? I don't want to interfere with that.
Monday, Tuesdays? We can do Monday, Tuesdays.
Yeah. Are you off on weekends?
No, Monday, Tuesdays.
You're off Monday, Tuesdays.
I have Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Are we
Don't
doing...
overlap with his days off.
Well, no, that's...
You okay with that?
Are we doing every week or
Yeah,
every
it's
other
for the
week?
next 5-6 weeks.
We're doing every other week? We can give her 3 days every other week?
Why every other week? If you're going to take away a whole week from me,
Weekly would be okay. The child's young still. She gets to see him every week, not go a whole 2 weeks without seeing him.
thank you.
Mondays and Tuesdays.
Pick 2 days.
Mondays and Tuesdays work.
You want her to have the kid on your days off? It's okay. That's what you want.
Well, I'm not employed right now, so.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, you're
but
not?
Yeah, yeah. So, but
You're not working?
Mondays and Tuesdays work right
Time
now.
pickup. I'm okay with I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm letting your mother supervise, so
I'm getting supervised.
don't fight me on this. So
I didn't do it last time.
Monday, Tuesdays, Sunday night to Tuesday night then.
So we're doing
Monday,
overnights?
Sunday night to Tuesday night. Okay,
Or Monday to Wednesday night?
okay?
Just Monday to Wednesday
Monday
night?
morning, Monday night. Monday morning to Wednesday night. She's available, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Grandma
do you
has
know
to be
when
there.
Grandma is available?
When's your
Saturday and Sunday.
is your mom
My
stays
mom
off?
stays off.
We're gonna have to do it that way. Okay, she's on restrictions again.
Friday to
so-
Sunday? Friday night to Sunday?
Friday night to Sunday night, your mom available.
Yes.
Friday 6 to Sunday at 6, you're 6, your mom available?
Yeah, my mom.
That's what's,
It would have to be 7. My mom
7
is,
p.m.
6:30.
Friday at 7 to Sunday at 7, your mom has to be available.
I'm not exactly sure what time. I know she starts work at 10:30, so I'm not exactly sure what time she gets off of work. So
Sean, you gotta work with her on that. Okay. Let's say 7, she gets 10:30 she works, 8-hour day would be 6:30.
So I mean, probably.
Shoot for 7, but don't give him a hard time about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when grandma is able to pick up, you don't get along with grandma?
That's fine.
Probably not, or are you going to be able to just exchange the child
They've
with
never
her?
had an issue with
Yeah,
him.
no, I mean,
Unless-
I usually, I mean, I've been getting
can't
my
be
mom
alone
and
with the
my
child.
sister involved to, because,
Getting there hours late.
Tell your mom she has to be available 24/7 during that time.
She always was before.
Okay. And you can only visit at her house and stay overnight at her house. Okay.
I'm staying there now.
Grandma will have to do the pickups and drop-offs, would you?
what's that?
Grandma can come to wherever and meet you, your house or somewhere, or meet in a neutral place.
Yeah, maybe, well, yeah, this is pretty far for me too. How about, because she lives right down the street, we could
Split that
meet,
travel. Like she'll pick up Friday nights, you pick up Sunday nights,
okay.
or vice versa.
Vice versa. One pickup, okay, I got it.
All right, so you want, Grandma's going to get off work Friday, but she's off on Sunday, so it's easier for you to deliver the child on Friday night, because you're not working.
Okay,
And then she can return the child to you on Sunday nights, because she's not working.
okay.
Okay. Sending parent drops off. That's how it works. That's it. See you in 5 weeks.
Thank you.
Okay? This one status.
Are you Mr. Colt?
Yes, sir.
I have a indication here that Ms. Plummer has a medical issue and could not be here, and I got a letter from her doctor indicating that she is scheduled for surgery today. I can't do anything without her, so we'll have to put it over. Do you know how, apparently this is a fractured elbow that she has, is that right?
Yeah, she mentioned something about, I'm not exactly sure of the details surrounding what's going on, but
Let's see what the calendar, what the clerk has got, in a couple of weeks. Would that be okay? Do you know, what's your schedule? Do you,
my schedule's pretty open. I know that we're going to check up on something today about her DV battery case that she had, and she had a court date like the middle of last month, or at the end, I'm sorry, May 20 something, and that's been pushed to August 2nd. So we were today's hearing was going to see what happened with that case. So maybe if we could push this out till past August 2nd.
ask middle of August?
Right, because that's when she returns back for her DV case.
So everything will be status quo until the middle of August?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, we'll do it the middle of August.
August 23rd at 10 a.m.
We need to notify her some way. Can the clerk do that? All right. Clerk will notify her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for appearing today. I'm sorry we couldn't do anything, but we can't without her being here.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And that letter will be part of the record.
Case D 487-835, Sean Colt, Alyssa Plummer. Raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, are you here by yourself, Alyssa?
Sean passed away August 17th.
Yes, I believe my deputy marshal told me that. I'm sorry to hear the news. What were the circumstances?
She said he had an asthma attack and couldn't get to his medicine in time.
Who's here in the courtroom with you?
This is his mom. And this
That's Sean's mom?
Yeah,
And
that's my sister.
that's your sister. It was a medical condition? He had an asthma attack?
He couldn't get to his medicine in time.
Goodness. Really sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, and especially for the child. Well, with the passing away of the father, what you need to do, ma'am, is to file a suggestion of death. It's the name of the form, and file it in this case file, and then you would just be awarded the sole custody, sole legal and sole physical custody, being the only remaining parent.
What's it called?
Do you have a form in the? We'll see if we have the form for you. You can just fill it out here. I think normally you might have to attach the death certificate, and then it would close this case out. You would be awarded sole custody. Where is Preston now?
He's with my mom.
It's with your mom. Okay. I don't have any jurisdiction over this, but you gonna work out something with his side of the family?
Yeah, I'm
They
gonna.
can-
I don't want to take him away from his grandma, his aunts and uncles, and lose everybody. I wouldn't do that.
It's up to you then. Yeah. So that's still the his side of the family. So.
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't need to do this. Yes, ma'am. What's your name for the record so we can note your appearance as the paternal grandmother?
Mary Ann Colt.
Okay, Mary Ann Colt. All right, stand up, ma'am. This case would be closed out. There would be nothing more for me to decide on. The
Even
mom
though
would
she
be-
has supervised visits?
She unsupervised? Is that because of the recent arrest at
Yes.
DV?
And the case is pending and all that, so I just want to,
I
know she said that she's going to let us continue to
Yeah.
see him.
yes.
And she,
I'm going to cut to the chase here. Unless DFS gets involved and takes that baby away from her, that probably not. She's just going to deal, and the DV arrest doesn't prove anything. She's got to go through with that case and get that, but unless she's really unfit, DFS would step in. But it doesn't appear to me that because of the nature of the circumstances, I don't deem her unfit, and it's who we would have, and I should put this on the record, though. Have you cleared up or cleaned up that criminal case you had from April?
It's I had an attorney and I couldn't afford her, so she had to withdraw. So I had to get a new attorney, but I have court on Monday for that.
What's going to be, is it first offense? It's not going to be first offense, second offense? What's going to be the plan?
Well, I wasn't actually convicted before.
So you don't have any prior conviction?
Not conviction, no.
I don't know, they'll look at that.
Arrested, but not convicted.
You'll probably plea out, she'll probably plea out a deal. Yeah.
so
That doesn't mean, yeah.
she's going to let us still see him.
I'm
We
gonna
already-
let you see him, Mary. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take him from you. I have no reason to do that to you.
Because you know he's my grandson. He's a head of my son now.
Yeah, okay. Mom and Grandma, we'll have to work it out. If, things go by the wayside, you file an action for grandparents' visitation.
That's what I told her. That if anything, if you feel like that, then she can file a motion and we can do this again.
It is.
But I have no reason to do that to
Right.
them or my son.
Yeah.
I believe her. I trust her.
Things are, well, the way things are now, right now, yeah. But as time progresses, it's gonna be up to her to determine that. parents have that constitutional right. You have to talk to an attorney about that, what that means. Okay? But right now, I think she doesn't have any problem with you seeing Preston at any given time. That's just something that you two will have to work
So
out.
bad for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 17th, the services already happened? They're still planning. Okay. All right, well, good luck with Preston.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. This case is closed, and we'll file that and have Mom fill that out. We're going to close the case out. Mom has sole legal, sole physical custody. Wow.
Thank you.
We're going to page 9, Judge Candy will ask